the Scum and Villainy podcast, Patreon RPG. I'm your host, Richard White, better known as Kelvan Tiberius, coming out to you live, Tyler, from, I guess Alliance Command headquarters somewhere. I don't want to give it to the Imperial commanders where the headquarters are. Anyways,
they'll watch this.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
Pirate broadcast.
Exactly. So, joining me today is Matt Nute, better known as... Hold up, this is not an actual podcast. Matt, who are you playing today?
Today we are playing Seth Doran, our squadron's plucky thief and giver of gifts.
Nice. You hit somebody with a chair last session. How nice was that? Because I know you've got like a proclivity for hitting people with chairs.
It worked splendidly.
Nice. Also joining us today is Matt Mavroides. Matt, who are you playing?
We're playing the squadron's murderous sniper who didn't murder anyone last week, Gorax.
Garrett, I think you're the only person not on the Imperial radar as of this moment. So, congratulations for staying hidden. The opposite of that is Mike Wnek. Mike, who are you playing today?
Catch, also known to the Imperials as Echo 12, apparently.
Yes.
Thanks to the generosity of Seth, is now a flying Ewok.
So you actually bought the rocket boots?
Yes, I did.
All right, so
yes.
I do want to bring this up on basically on air. You guys bought those in Torino, right?
That we did.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, and you got a good price for them.
A damn good price.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Did we buy that for free?
No, we paid cash off the back of a truck. Guy looked totally legit.
And we paid cash that we stole from a dude's wallet twice?
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
Yes.
That is you stole from him twice in frame.
In less than 24 hours. Perfect.
You guys are like not the good guys.
We never claimed to be. That is not our problem. We are playing rebels as they should be.
All right. Also joining us is the Zack Mathews Carolina Parkgates podcast. Zach, what's going on? Who are you playing?
I'm playing Werlo North, the normally quietish Maryland heavy gunner, who's actually super excited to openly fight some Imperials here.
Nice. Yeah, because you guys are planning on assaulting an Imperial prison, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also,
assaulting is a loaded word.
Yeah. So, prison on Berea that we're going to go check out. Anyways, also joining us is Kevin Leintz. Kevin, who are you playing today?
Triton Creel, the Jedi bodyguard for Dante Lancaster.
How's Triton been sleeping?
Good, but it's been interesting, especially who I've had on the top bunk.
Who does anybody actually hold up? Does anybody actually bunk with you?
Well, I assumed that they did.
Okay.
But we never really got into
We never
this
worked
detail.
out bunk beds.
All right, so that's up to you guys. Who bunks with Triton? I'm just curious. Asking for a friend.
It is mildly relevant.
I got this.
Werlo does?
Yep, I'll bunk with Triton.
Well, yeah, who was the other bodyguard for me? That makes sense.
Werlo,
Nope.
will you
Refused.
Werlo, will you give me a perception check?
Certainly.
Jesus.
I might have to pull up a Slack channel so that I can relay this.
Sarah, if you just want to Facebook message me the relevant details. All right. I can remember how to use this, I swear. Perception, you said? And you got your end ready?
Yes, I do. It's an average difficulty. You succeeded. Ooh,
Poorly.
Poorly. All right, so... you succeed, but it's bad for you. And good for Triton. All right, so Triton has been not sleeping well, I'll say, and has been. Well, have you been agitated recently, Triton, or been keeping it cool?
Well, I try to keep it cool, but do you want me to roll a cool to see if I can?
That's up to you.
Yeah, let's leave it up to the dice.
All right.
All right, give me a difficulty.
That's going to be 2. I have it set up.
All right. Skills.
I'm giving you a bonus for his...
Oh!
No, you have not. But only Where knows about it. So, hey, Werelo, Triton has been agitated recently, and you've kind of kept it to yourself. But you know he hasn't been sleeping right, and something's bothering him. What do you do about that?
I guess I would kind of pull him aside at probably end of a meal, like finish eating. Hey, before we get on with this, what's up, man?
We'll eventually get to Dante.
Sure. Well, real quick before anything happens, you need to like scoot to your left, like a solid foot. Hey, there you go. Now you're in frame. That's annoying the shit out of me. Go on.
So do I do I know much about Werelow's perception of Jedi and the Force in general? I mean, I know that we get along and there's like a respect level, but do I know anything about how he feels about the Force? Like, does he believe it, or does he think it's just kind of like Han Solo whispery?
What's your history with Werelo?
So far, like what my HX is?
Yeah.
+3.
So you know him really well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
didn't we hit +4 last session? I got bonus EXP from someone. I thought it was from you.
Yeah, but he would wait. That's actually I don't remember.
Oh, it might have been Tyler.
No, I think you hit with me.
yeah, because I just got catch to 0.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
well,
know him
yeah,
really well. I mean, Werelo, how do you feel about the Jedi?
It is actually on my character sheet.
Ha! Amazing. Look at that preparation.
Yeah, I mean, Werelo views the Jedi and the Force as an ancient religion. There are a lot of Merlins who served proudly as Jedi during the Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So like he hasn't quite worked out like, you know, what happened with the fall of the Jedi. But like he knows a number of his people were honorably Jedi, and that the Empire popped up, and the Empire doesn't like Jedi. So Jedi seem pretty okay in his book.
Okay. So when you pull me aside, I would inform you that I have an inkling that we're being, and me specifically, is being hunted, and that someone is getting closer to finding us.
Okay.
Nute.
I'll nod and I'll say, well, we'll keep vigilant.
Cool. All right, finally, Dante Lancaster. Oh, wait, sorry. We'll do this right.
Actually, no, hold on.
Tyler, good.
Hold on, my dumb ass.
Mhm.
I will ask a follow-up question.
Sure.
Do you have any inkling as to who or what it is?
I believe it's another Force user.
Like a Sith?
Possibly. I don't have the details yet, just kind of the visions that I'm seeing.
Okay. And now I'm personally drawing a blank. Have you done any Force stuff out in the open?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Like in front of the Empire? Because I know there was some Force stuff happening on the Jungle Planet.
No, that was the only time that I've used it so far, where Imperials, that was Scum. So, yeah, I've never used it in front of the Empire yet.
That was Scum. We're not a bunch of X-Wing players here.
There is a
Broken.
There is a bounty out on your head, though, Triton. Though, correct? Isn't it for being a Jedi, or is it just for being a rebel?
I think it's just for being a rebel. I'm not. I guess that's up to you, Ricky. I mean, I assumed it was for being a rebel, but it could be for being.
I'm into that. Although it's not unlikely that intelligence can't make some assumptions.
Yeah, my thought process was it's just for being a rebel, and then as the campaign plays on and I become more powerful as a Force user, perhaps that bounty increases as my obligation increases or whatever.
That's more or less what I had on my head.
Sure.
And that's kind of how I've been playing it with the Imperial captains.
So in Werelo's head, like you're a Force user, but like I guess I haven't pegged you as on your way to becoming a Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would, I with my people's history with Jedi, I would understand like, hey, there needs to be a master somewhere.
Sure, and we haven't had that talk yet, so yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So, yeah, so that's just sort of where I am. Is like my Force sensitive buddy is being hunted, possibly by a Sith, which is a little scary.
You don't know what a Sith is.
I've heard of them.
I mean, it's true, and so that's interesting. And then finally is Tyler Tippet. Tyler, who are you playing today?
The infamous Dante Lancaster, charmer extraordinaire, ready to try to talk his way into a imperial jailhouse to free some rebel operatives that have been captured. And I will say that I randomly started Dark Matter Season 2 today. And what do we know? The first 2 episodes are breaking out of a heavy facility jail.
I love it. All right, so I have a couple of questions for you guys. Well, for starters, let's go ahead and let's roll Destiny. Yes, give me the black. Give me the black. Give me the black. Give me that black.
I think it's the first time this campaign that I've ever rolled a not white.
Oh yeah, you're a light side paragon, aren't you?
I am a light side paragon now.
Hey, I got us, guys. We're back to even.
Damn.
Has everybody rolled?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah, it should be open.
I think so.
Boom. All right, and you got another one from Dante being a light side paragon. So 4 to 3. Nice.
Triton. I am not a light side paragon at all.
Yeah. Sorry. That's hilarious.
Wait, hold on. I can't have emotion? That seems bad. I don't want to play anymore.
It's a good thing Dante doesn't have a morality score.
It's incredibly good.
All right, so you guys are now preparing to land or go to Berea, which is the mining. It's a mining colony on this cold, shitty planet, and they mine just stuff there. It's just basically mineral rich, and you've researched that they certainly have been mining kyber crystals. You think possibly from that location. But so what they do, or the Empire does, is, they'll capture smugglers, rebels, any old kind of criminal, and they will send them to Berea, where they will, basically work them in the mines for, cheap ass labor, and then they sell these people to IML, which is an Imperial Mining Limited. It's a corporation that runs these, one of the 2 mining corporations in the sector, and they're primarily, criminally worked. And your chef, I can't even remember the chef's name.
Stove.
Stove's your your pirate guy.
I thought he was our chef as well. We have a chef also?
All right, hold up.
Yeah, he's the replacement chef, but our original chef's in prison.
Name generator. I'm going to go ahead and just accept the first one in the Star Wars name generator. Julian Rostani. Amazing. Julian Rostani. Your chef, buddy. Very important. You're going to rescue him because in reality, though, where he may be a chef and he's an important rebel operative, so also he makes good food. Cool. All right. So let's talk about your. How are you guys getting to Berea?
We got the transponder codes for the last thing that we can just fly right on in.
Now, the one thing to bear in mind about the last thing is it is a capital-sized ship, so you guys can do whatever you want. Mm-hmm.
Could we try and...
We have our papers in order. It's registered. We're good.
Could we try and spoof a transponder code on the Mare Troubadour? Make a check or something for that? See if we can get a cargo transport transponder.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be a mechanics check.
Who's good at mechanics?
I've got 3 greens.
My B-lister.
Do I
Is Tiberius here, or is he off doing a mission right now?
Hold up, let me think about it.
He's been hanging out with us because he's my pilot, so he normally doesn't leave me.
That's so just there to do mechanics checks and fly a ship.
Yep.
Which
he fixes what I break.
I'm absolutely fine with that. If if you want to have that character make a mechanics check for you.
Sure. I'm just gonna manually construct the pool then.
I've got it. Is anybody anybody helping, aiding?
I can assist. I got a
okay, cool.
Green or yellow and 2 greens. So
that's all right. All right. So you've got an assist. Boom. Yeah.
Hey, great job, Vex.
Mm-hmm. And actually, your aid is the thing that carried the day. That's amazing.
You walk hill.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that Ketch fixed it, even though everyone knows.
The transponder was under the counter.
So yeah, you absolutely have a IML transponder for the Imperial Mining Limited corporation. It's not gonna. If the second someone sees your ship, it might be a little touch and go there, but you've at least got the transponder codes.
All right.
The IML has a little bit nicer ships.
Ships that aren't a ripoff of a Corellian Engineering Corporation ship.
Yeah, just like shitty ones. All right, so let's go. So you guys are going to take the Mary Troubadour then.
Well, can we get some more information about how the prison is actually laid out in regards to the planet?
Go ahead.
And can we steal some clothes?
That is separate. Well, hold up. Depends. Yes, absolutely you can. But you got to tell me how you're going to do that, right?
But I'm gonna tell Seth, hey, we need some clothes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
I'm pretty sure that somewhere in one of these systems,
because it's possible we might just be able to blast in and out. But we need to know more about what the actual place looks like.
I'm going to need a outer rim roll for Berea to see what you guys know about the system. Oh, it's just an average check. Anyone who is from this system can carry a blue dice.
Oh, sweet.
When you do that, please put it in your pool because I'm keeping the difficulty set on my side.
Oh, what happened to my B?
Yeah, no, same.
You're blue?
Yeah. Our blues did not show up, apparently.
Yeah.
Just roll a blue, it's fine.
All right.
God damn it. No. I just wanted you to roll one blue. There it is. Yeah. Just roll one blue.
Oh, okay.
Hey! They both succeeded. We have 4 total successes.
All right, cool. So, for starters, let's just tell you about Berea. We know generally the setup of it. It is a planet that is at its most comfiest, like southern Canada, right?
All right.
So if you need like a day to day, Kevin could tell you. But it's worse. It's probably 60% ice cap, or tundra and whatnot. So it's a very cold planet. Let's see here. You know that it's in the Imperial restricted space, so you basically have to be on a work order or Empire to be there. And you know that I can go ahead and give you this. You know that the detention center is located near the main hub of Berea. We'll call it Berea City, doesn't matter, where Imperial Mining Limited has like their base of operations. And this is basically it, like sort of like a city point view. Your star point where you land is here. This is actually a little bit lower than the detention center. The detention center kind of sits on the top of like a peak. There is a main city-like area where there are basically there to sort of support the workers of this area, the legal workers of this area, and there's a residential area there as well. And then there's the detention center. So that's sort of the setup. What you guys rolled? How many successes?
4 total.
Okay, so some things that you do know is that you do know that the prison is, or the prison's a newly built, like imperial. Well, it's not. This is not like a planet-made prison. This was made by the Empire, for the Empire, right? So it became fully operational ballpark a couple of years ago. The city's generally on lockdown. Actually, you guys don't know that yet. Whoops.
Do we know what kind of defenses the city and or the prison may have?
The city is generally well patrolled, but it's not like a stormtrooper at every single door. It's just that there's a presence, right? Like, if you walk down the street for a mile, you're probably going to see at least a stormtrooper.
What about at a planetary level?
On a planetary level, this is a busier planet, but they're concentrated to certain points where there are either mines or there are star points, and basically everything's tied to a mine. So
I'm sorry, I wasn't clear. I meant planetary level defenses.
Oh, okay. There are definitely there. Okay, since it's imperial space, there are typically going to be at a minimum. What were those IPVs we saw before? At a minimum, each planet's going to have probably 6-7 of those. In imperial space, you have the potential for more ships to be there just because they tend to protect them. Now, Berea is is basically where the Empire does a lot of their research. So I would say that additionally, you know that they will happen to have a presence there, martially, even in space. So I mean, for sure because you have the map of the system, and you have an Imperial spy on your team. You do know that the 2 Star Destroyers are currently not in Imperial restricted space, so you're not likely to see them. Additionally, you know that the 3rd largest cruiser in space is also in Bodrin, keeping your team down. So there is that, but there's still plenty of IPV ships. There are assault gunboats, those sort of things you could run into.
Gunboats.
Yeah. It's not assault gunboats. Skip ray blast boats.
Gunboat hive.
The other type, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm so excited for gunboats.
The air horn. Where is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Good plan. We're going and stealing gunboats, and then we're leaving.
No.
Screw the crew. We're fine. We don't need them. We have gunboats now.
Skip ray blast boats. That's your typical patrol.
Scary. Okay. Well,
there are 12 of those. There are 12 of those that go around the system and are controlled by the Imperial captains. But typically, you're likely to see about half in Imperial restricted space and half in the rest of the sector.
how do those patrol boats compare to our capital ship? I forget its name.
The Last Thing?
Yeah.
The Last Thing is probably the 4th most powerful cruiser in the sector, so you could probably reasonably take out several.
We should just like say screw going in stealthily and just roll up in our fucking capital ship.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
just, like, go ham.
At least I think the capital ship should be there, causing a crap ton of trouble.
I mean, as much as I'd like to do that, my only concern would be the amount of time it would actually take to do the extraction. We'd be sitting ducks, and there's 3 more powerful things that could get there and cause us problems.
Oh, they definitely get there in time.
No, not at any reasonable attempt or reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, but I mean, so what you would be looking at in a fight would be something like a shit ton of those IPv6s, some skipper blast boats, and a metric ton of TIE fighters.
Oh, we'll just let Garen hang out and snipe them.
Yep.
TIE fighters don't actually exist in this game.
I am your god.
They're just one conch missile away from disappearing.
Hold up. To be fair, though, you do have Imperial transponder codes, so however long those last, there's that too.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah,
let's have the ship there, and then when it's time for us to bail, or if things get really hairy for some reason, it can literally just fly down into the planet because it's not that big.
Well, no, hold on. We don't have Imperial transponder codes for the last thing, though, do we?
Yes, you do.
That's what we've got.
You have Imperial transponder codes on the last thing.
What?
That's what the fighter gave to us.
You did a mission.
I thought we got new transponder codes, as in like they don't look like the last thing's transponder codes anymore. I didn't know we got like can go into Imperial restricted space transponder codes.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Yes, let's roll up with the black sails unfurled.
Yeah.
Like bitches, we're the Empire now.
Like we could have like you can do this a couple different ways. We could do it the smart way, which is kind of boring.
All right, so throw that out
That
next.
seems awful, but yeah, it's just right
And
out.
the other one is that we have a squad causing chaos in the space with the last thing, and maybe our wingmen, quote unquote, in their fighters, while we raid the base with lower defenses, hypothetically, and just get in and get out.
I like that idea.
So I like that idea. I've got an add-on maybe for it.
Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
So we just so we come in with the last thing and our wingmates in the hangar.
Yeah.
We also have we've spoofed an Imperial transponder code for the Troubadour too.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So we bring it all in. We pretend
the Troubadour has what is effectively cargo transport transponders.
It's okay. Dante can lie our way down there. It's fine.
That's
fine.
fine. Okay, that's not inaccurate.
So we come in with the last thing, but they hold off until they're needed.
Sure.
So,
They just
like,
roll
we
in
go,
the sector.
we go as far as we can with stealth.
I mean, hell, the last thing is escorting us as a cargo ship.
Yeah, precisely.
There's a slight problem here. I need to be in 2 places at once.
No, you don't.
Because when the last thing like goes live, I have to like throw off the mask and be like, "I'm your pirate lord now."
You never take off the mask.
Yeah. I mean, well, no, there's 2 masks. There's 2 masks. Mask under the
That's
mask.
fine.
We could always just flip a destiny point to say you've got a communicator between there and the last thing. So that as soon as it happens, you'll be able to translate
Right.
that.
We can figure that out on the way.
We may not want you. We may not want the last thing to show up as the pirates yet, because who knows?
That's true.
Maybe
Well, I'm saying only
hire us.
if the last thing goes live and starts like having to
let's be fair. A ship that looks exactly like a
we can paint it.
highly wanted ship that is a distinct
Oh, it looks
look.
it looks way different. It has sails on it now, Ricky.
Yeah, it's like super dope now. It was
Way
like
different.
Whenever we
Way
want.
different.
We tinted the windows.
There's red
Put
flames
some
on the
reds
side
on
of
it.
it now.
I just think that if like you show up as pirates, like you announce yourself, the Empire will be like, man, we really should have seen that coming.
Who says we're going to announce anything? Dante, don't announce anything.
I mean, I'll try my best.
Anyway,
no
so generally, what like you guys can do whatever you want. I just like want to know an idea so I can cause problems in it.
I think I like the escort idea. and then we see how far stealth gets us.
Okay.
And then we bust our way out.
So you did install a hangar bay on the last thing, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
definitely
we spent
did.
a lot of money on it. And by money, I mean like guns and shit. But yeah, we got really good mechanics. We had a couple of crates of guns, and suddenly we have a hangar for starships.
A couple cases of guns.
Yeah, you sold weapons on the black market. How else do you make money?
Sounds exactly like what the Rebel Alliance does.
Yeah. How else would you make money?
We just traded it to another rebel cell. That's all.
You actually did get a rebel cell on the Korad system. Is that what you guys are going to use? Yeah, you did. You got a friendly rebel cell.
Oh, is that like our point or whatever?
Oh, screw it. They should be the ones just running the ship then.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. You can absolutely have that crew pilot the last thing.
Wait, what?
Like, well, we're on the...
I don't know how I feel about that, but that's fine.
Well, they're loyal to you.
They're our boys.
I mean, okay.
Like, we get in trouble if they cause problems at parties. They're our boys.
Fair. Okay.
That's true. Yeah, so absolutely. So you can have... we're not going to call them the race. Call them...
It's probably just better than
Spectres?
just
Hold
the droid.
up. Do we have anybody in Twitch right now, Tyler?
We have 3 other people, unless there are people that are chatting.
I'm gonna say Twitch names the name of the rebellion guerrilla group.
Oh God, that's dangerous. Kappa Squad. Like, I've said it, so you can't.
Yeah.
Dangerous. Kappa Squad.
I'm already typing it in there. We're going.
All right. So.
All right. Twitch chatters. This is on you.
They're now naming that squadron. It's going to be terrible. All right. So the plan is to go in with the last thing, escorting the Merry Troubadour to the Berea system. Is there any thing that you guys want to do before you go, or?
So once we get down there,
what's your story when you get down there?
I mean, we're transporting cargo. We'll pick up generic cargo 1. Take that over.
You guys can turn Echo 12 back in.
That seems less than ideal.
I mean, you're trying to get in first and worry about getting out later.
I mean, we're not trying to get arrested.
We have replacement parts for their Tabana gas storage facilities.
So
cool.
Upgraded with all the newest firmware that they need. Network specialists, IT, the works.
Cool.
Right.
Oh my God.
Sure. Well, I mean, this could be an even better version of like A New Hope, where we walk into the jail and instead of having Chewie in cuffs, we have a goddamn Ewok in cuffs we're walking next to. We have the most dangerous person in the system.
To be fair, he is absolutely 100% highly wanted.
I can only imagine this scene as seeing all of us in Imperial uniforms and the camera pans down.
Yes, yeah. Like, who are you in? Oh, wait,
this is like, okay, so think of like the Wayland Corporation getting the alien back, except instead of that being volume 11, this is like volume 6.
What?
Well, I mean, because Ketch is he's a medical experiment.
Oh, that's what you
right?
mean.
Sure.
He's a medical experiment.
Alternatively, how do we feel about just flying above the prison in the Troubadour while I shoot people?
I mean, I have no problem grav jumping into the Imperial prison.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
No, that sounds awesome.
I mean, I've been reading a bunch of Infinity lore recently, and I have no skill that actually lets me do that. But like, let's fucking grab shoot in. This sounds great.
Do it. Fuck.
A straight up assault.
There's no way this goes well. Yes, that is exactly what we're doing.
So wait, okay, Ricky, the prison has no turbo lasers, right?
It absolutely does.
What?
You know, I'm not even making it up. I am reading it in front of me. Literally, one of the things that you know is automated turrets fire at speeders and ships if they try landing on the detention center's landing platform without authorization. Although you kind of knew that.
Wait, did you say spears?
Speeders or ships?
Oh, okay.
Speeders or ships.
I thought he said fire spears. I was just like, what? A backwards ass planet.
Still thinking about Ewoks then.
Oh man, I don't know, Sir Ivan von. Someone else is gonna have to pronounce that. Group of eager clowns.
So I'm not saying that you can't.
Here he is.
One thing I will say is I'm not saying you can't assault that prison. It's just going to have its, and you guys do realistically have the juice to straight up assault a prison. You guys have slowly been gaining an army, and you do have one of the most powerful ships in the system. That being said, you're risking more. You guys do whatever you want to do with that.
Yeah, that's a lot of lives
Yeah,
that we're risking.
Yeah, like there's also the stealthy way. There's whatever way you want to go. So
whatever happened to the let's bring an Imperial droid with bomb stuff in it, put it in somewhere, blow it up. Hey, everyone's distracted. Let's do our thing.
Yeah, that's entirely possible.
Because I don't think Dante wants to sacrifice the precious droids that he inspired.
I'm pretty sure we can.
Hey, that's fine. I'll get more. Don't worry about it.
If you pull up the map of Berea again,
yes, sir.
It looks like there are places where, if you scroll on down, Hal's Goods and Services might have some droids we could procure.
Yes, that is.
Yeah. So we could legally land at the starports. Like we have codes to get there. We can drop off goods and services. It looks like we have 2 bridges into the detention center side. Mind you, we have no idea where our people are. So
Right,
we might need to try to, if we can get on planet side, we can try to link up with resistance or hack or do whatever we need to do to find that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then try to get across the bridges to actually do an extraction. And then if shit goes awry, then the last thing starts providing orbital bombardment while the other little starship thingy we have comes down and picks us up. Or realistically, we just steal an Empire ship and fly off.
So what? Werlo has his pilot, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's along.
So I think
Access here.
maybe a good idea because it's not. I mean, looking at this map, it's not after we cause hell at the detention center. It's pretty easy to get cut off from there. So if we bring him and leave him with the troubadour, and he can basically come flying low and maybe these valleys right here and just pick us up and blast out of there, that might be a good line of defense.
Hasty escape, yeah.
We'd still have to worry about the turrets that are going to shoot him while he's flying in.
Dodge him.
We can do stuff about that.
Roll natties.
Yeah. I mean, theoretically, you could blow this up from the inside.
All right. I think we've got a good enough plan.
I don't want to get cut off this bridge being the only way out.
All right.
Well, there's a bridge. There's a bridge up north too.
So you guys do know that you want to fly to Berea, right?
Yeah.
With the last thing in the marriage report.
And I'm making the executive decision because I couldn't pronounce the one name. The Cold Warriors are the cell on Korad system.
Ooh.
That's entirely very not Twitch chat of you, but you know what? I'm going with it.
No, that's good. That's superior Twitch chat. I like it. No, this is not what I want. No. All right. Well, that sucks. And
Our speed lines.
No.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I gotta ungroup them, I think. Now I have to.
Can I move them? I can.
There we go.
Yes.
Nice.
I got you.
There we go. That's important.
That's totally speed lines, not stuff falling off the side of our ship.
Yes. Why not both? All right. So you guys fly to Berea. Let's first start with before I do this, because I got to know if I got to throw anything else at you. Let's go ahead and roll obligation and duty. So for obligation, nothing.
No.
How? I just changed the percentages on that. Nothing is 27% now.
27% of the time it happens.
Works every time.
Oh,
That's not true. We had obligation last time.
Such bullshit. Yeah, one time out of 5 sessions.
Hey, I just killed that many.
Hey.
Gave us some time.
Catch. Yes, this is actually perfect. Catch. What is your duty, sir?
Well, I think I'm flying the Troubadour. I'm space superiority.
Oh,
Yes.
So the loud way.
The loud way.
Well, hold on. Are you flying the Troubadour, or are you like ready to jump into your X-wing and scream out of the fighter bay of the last one?
Oh, perfect world. That's what I would do. But otherwise, I would have to kind of hang up there for quite a while.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Ricky, how many people are we trying to rescue?
It's also a good question.
Yeah,
and who are these people? I just was like, oh, we can do things, and I'm doing things.
The only known connection, the only known person you know in on Berea yourselves is Julian, or Julan, or whatever we're gonna call him. But certainly you would think that there are plenty of people not favorable to the Empire or friendly with them on a prison planet.
Oh, okay. So it's
your call on how many people you want to take. I don't.
Well, no. We have our rebel operatives that got picked up though.
Yeah,
right. So we have that team is who we want.
Now your team, which team?
It was the original rebels that from the very first mission.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like they're here, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so that's who we're coming to get. If I happen to rescue a bunch of other people, then cool.
Yeah. We'll say that you've got a couple of those guys.
Okay. So 5?
Yeah, we'll say 5. 5 sounds good.
Okay.
Oh.
We got 5 people we're looking for. We could probably pick up more if we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
How many people can fit in the Troubadour?
I actually don't know that.
How many ships can we steal on our way out?
I mean, how many ships?
Remember,
prison versus space.
We don't get paid for these things, but if we steal stuff that we can sell on the black market, then we get money.
All right, the can hold a grand total of 12 people.
Oh, that's pretty.
So
low.
5 plus 6.
So basically,
cool. We can get
5 more people.
It says 12 passengers. Okay, let's be fair. It says 12 passengers. I'll say that you can squeeze and fit more, but you shouldn't travel with them, or I'm gonna make you make some weird dice rolls.
Yeah. We just got to get them up to the last thing.
Yeah.
How much encumbrance can
Are we sold on the last thing as being the name? I feel like we missed an opportunity to rename this thing.
We
was
should
the
rename
original
that.
name, and then we just haven't changed it.
Yes, sure.
Because we got messages from the
owners
of the last name.
I did not name this thing. 1993 named this thing.
Right?
Yeah. So, as well as the Thunder Flare and the Stalker.
You mean Gamera? Stop calling it Gamera.
Oh, the Merry Troubadour, which is not a word.
Yeah. I don't make this up. Anyways, so you guys travel to the last thing. Catch, you rolled your obligation or your duty, which means that you now have +1 wound, or everybody has +1 wound. Which is nice. 1 wound. And Catch, you get +2 wounds.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So let's see how the travel goes to the
Berea system.
Berea system. The first jump and the second jump. Nice. So, not shockingly, the most populated system is Darylin. And Darylin, when you stop at that system, you are greeted by a skipper, a blast boat that, basically you jump to Darylin and you spool up for a couple of minutes, just like resting your ship, and then so your jump again. And
so that's 1.
Yeah. No, you got doesn't matter. Anyways, a skipper, a blast boat does hail the last thing. What are the Imperial transponders for the last thing?
QX73?
Yeah, okay.
I don't know how to answer that question.
No. What are they called? Yeah, what do they call the ship? Yeah, like the
what's the ship's name?
The blastomator. The interrogator, the gruesomamator, the water border, the water border.
The waterboard.
Yeah. Benghazi.
Totally not a pirate. The USS Totally Not a Pirate.
Okay, so the wonderful name. The Skipper Blast Boat hails the Totally Not a Pirate, and basically asks for their intentions. They weren't expecting
TNAP. It's the TNAP.
Yeah, they were not. They were not expecting. Basically, that ship in Imperial space would have orders for it, and they were asking for your. Or basically for what your orders are, and if they can get them verified or something like that.
Wait a minute, hold on. We are in a battle cruiser, and a Skipper blast boat is asking us for our papers?
I'm not saying that this is going to be a hard roll, Matt. I'm just going to say that they're asking for it.
I mean, so we just show them our transponder codes and be like, we don't report to you?
Classified.
Yeah. Like...
That is fine. You can say like,
yes, I am absolutely going to be an aloof douchebag and be like, no, we don't.
What's your rank, pilot?
Yeah.
Give me we'll say a hard deception check.
You want me to handle this one, Dante?
I put a lot of points in deception recently.
Okay.
A light side point.
You guys
sure.
So I'm giving you a black because it's an odd situation, but also a blue because you have Imperial transponders.
Charm leadership.
We also have blue because we're about 5 times the size of it.
I was like, can I
I'll give you
them
that. I know, I will straight up give you that. And if you do want to intimidate them, that would be a coercion check. I just still think your lie is
Nope. We want to deceive. Deceive seems better.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm just making sure I can't actually do anything special with this. That's all I'm trying to see if I can, dick with it.
I've got your blues set up and the blacks.
Okay,
and all the rest of the dice roll.
That's fine.
Yep.
You don't have no committing forced dice to deception checks. Who would do something like that?
Ooh.
Everything's fine.
Yep.
How are you?
Man, talk about terrible roll on the 3 blacks or the 3 purples.
Wait.
All right. So, the Skipper blast boat hits you up, and it's Lieutenant Sorensen, and lets you know, like, Commander, my apologies. I have to run this by the Moth. We will just see if these are correct, and we'll go from there. Would you mind speaking to him directly?
Is anyone near the computers that can turn on jamming?
No, I think we can bluff them off.
Yeah, I feel fine with this.
You feel fine? Okay.
Sure.
I've got a bad feeling.
What could go wrong?
I mean, that last roll.
What are
the odds of it happening twice?
Right?
Hey,
did you see how bad that roll was?
Missed him too, so you had a third and another blue die.
Yeah, I think that's what your advantages are. Is that 2 more blue dice for the next roll.
That's
so good. It's
so good. Get them off. Get them off on the phone. We would love to.
Yes. Yeah.
Them.
Okay. Right. Yes. Would I be willing to wait to speak with them on? Actually, I would like to speak to them on about this terrible take on my time. Like, I can't believe he's still harassing me, and I would love to talk to his superior officer about this.
Could you try that?
I don't want to talk about it. You're wasting my time. Or
yes, but since you're wasting my time, I'm going to get you in trouble with your superior.
Coercion.
Yeah, that is coercion. I'll give you that.
I will attempt to coerce.
Same difficulty.
Wait, hold on. Can I do that with this?
Point.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyone
definitely not.
Coercion?
Nope. Just man. That's fine. Sure, whatever. Wait, what happened? Were that bad?
No, it's just Seth's being funny.
Customer service would. Okay, I will attempt to coerce. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna spend a light side point, use the light side, and I'm going to attempt to coerce you, which is that thing. God damn it!
Dante,
We need to just put a droid in front of the guy's face on camera.
Dante, have you ever actually talked to people?
Apparently no.
Maybe
Only when they want to try to shoot me in the face.
I do want to
like
know.
A spoiled child who your only friend was your droid babysitter.
But he's really good with them.
Why do you think my best friend now is a giant stuffed teddy bear?
I want to know that we could have we again just let Dante do it on himself and no one assisted him.
Oh God. Oh,
well,
God.
all the blue dice are good for is just giving me freaking advantages that don't do anything.
Yeah, but I believe, I'm pretty sure a Jedi has a higher willpower, right? So
I have
added a whole green.
Naturally.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna grab a beer and think about my life. This is hour 2, so I need my hour 2 beer.
I believe the phrase is "Plan A never had a chance."
Okay, so jamming.
Yeah.
I mean, I still haven't failed talking to the moth. I just failed in threatening him.
No, you
talking to the
failed.
moth.
You're failing to threaten his underling right now.
Sure. As soon as I actually talk to someone of importance, then they'll be up to my stature that I'm used to talking to, and everything will be fine.
Oh, you just can't talk to the little people.
Yeah, I don't know how to talk to like normal people. Like that's beneath me.
All these droids are shorter than you. How does this make sense?
Well, but they're like worth money. People aren't worth money. They're easily replaceable.
I don't know if you've been to this side of the galaxy that long.
What? That people are easily replaceable, or that they're worth more or less money than droids?
Both.
I feel like a slave has to be worth less than a droid because droids don't take food.
It depends.
Yeah, but they cost a lot of front.
What, droids?
Yes.
That's what I mean. That's why they're worth
packs, all that.
Yeah, so droids are worth more. Like they would definitely be more.
You're right.
A droid would be more expensive than just a human slave.
I don't know if that's true.
I mean, it might not be, but it's probably because the people that designed this game had a busted sense of humanity's worth.
Well, I'm actually just trying to think of Star Wars or whatnot.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like okay, so like I could have a protocol droid that knows every language ever, or I could have a human that has to be trained to do anything.
Yeah, look at episode 1. I mean, Watto could easily have a family of slaves. You didn't see him owning any droids.
You actually saw him owning a bunch of droids.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah,
he has all the droids that are like the speeder droids things, like the little ones where you hit the nose.
Nobody's worth 2 slaves.
He had
I don't know why.
fixing some of his droids too, didn't he?
I just thought Anakin had the droid he built from junk.
Right.
No, he had all those pit droids.
Nothing ever happened to that droid, did it?
I think it got a new arm. I'm not really sure.
Could be.
Also, for the record, the comic where he gets a new arm is actually fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, does that actually? Like, how does he get it?
Oh, I don't even want to spoil it. It's actually just great.
Yeah, we might incur the wrath of the
Oh
internet.
yeah. Hold up, we're on the internet. I forgot.
Yeah, all 8 other people in Twitch chat would totally freak out.
Go get the C-3PO comic and read it for yourself. It is amazing.
If you can't read, the pictures actually work pretty good in that one. You can try to piece it together.
Jesus, Zach.
God damn it, Zach. That love me so much. Oh yes.
Man. New
All right,
point.
so you he basically this guy, you can tell that like you can't see on the it's a full-fledged hologram, and you can, I mean, this guy is more or less pissing his pants right now.
Who, the moth is?
No, this Lieutenant Sorensen. He is just absolutely pissing himself, but he informs you that he will oh yes sir, and he'll connect you to the moth shortly. He'll patch him in as soon as he's available.
And just to be clear, we are currently not in like the Imperial restricted space.
You are in Imperial restricted space in Darrow.
I don't think we are. The little red.
No, you're right here. You're in Darrow.
Damn it. Okay. Well, there goes that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're actually...
Anybody figure out if the jamming controls are nearby?
Oh, yeah. You can jam this guy if you need to. You can jump past him. You can blow him up. I mean...
I'm a fan of all three of these.
I'm telling you, as soon as I talk to someone that's important, it'll be fine.
You haven't talked...
The one thing I will note, Dante, is you are a very famous person who was
I have I have a mask on.
Oh, okay.
I don't look like Dante. I look like the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Okay, I accept that.
Also doesn't look like it's a... God.
What? Sure.
Also, this string of attitude is totally the Dante that I know.
If you do want to spoof your appearance on the holo projector, you can make a computer.
Oh, no. Like, I'm absolutely in costume. Like, this is not needing appearance. Like, I want to be in pirate costume.
Oh, wait, you're supposed to be
an imperial
ship.
Right. No, we're an Imperial Special Forces ship. It's fine.
What?
Yeah.
This wasn't part of the plan.
Well, yeah, I mean,
This wasn't part of the deal.
getting scanned was not part of the plan, but it's part of
It's
flying
true. We weren't
around.
supposed to.
It's about flying around in space.
Well, like, what kind of Imperial ship are we? We're the fourth biggest ship in the system. Like, come on now.
All right. So, do you wait for the Moff or?
I don't know. I guess we all can vote as a crew. Like,
They'll know that there isn't a ship this big on their side.
we have legit transponder codes.
Yeah,
You do.
yeah, but the Moff is like in charge. Is this the planetary Moff or the system?
Sector Moff, yeah.
Center Moff. Yeah,
Whatever.
Oh god. Yeah, let's not risk this guy. Jam and punch it.
Yeah.
One vote.
Or blast it.
I mean, we're not gonna punch it. We'll just smoke the shit out of it. If
All
that's
right.
a thing.
I'll get my gunnery check ready.
Who's on the guns? I'm flying the
I'm
Troubadour, I
definitely
guess.
on the guns.
I can roll
you
for a
guys
jam.
access to the.
No, we have no idea what kind of guns this thing has.
Oh,
we just know it's
shit.
the fourth biggest ship.
All right, give me a second. I got you, fam.
Hold on, let me build my pool.
Well, I mean, all right, this is fine. I can act annoyed with someone that is a sector commander too, and just be like, hey, I go above your pay grade. Don't worry about why I'm here.
No, you can't.
I mean, with a good, he
That's
can.
not how the Empire works.
I mean, he could make the roll. I'm not going to stop him.
We will.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
All I have to do is charm him first. That seems to be what I should have been doing the entire time.
Turn off the comm.
Can I run under the assumption that you're using the heavy laser cannon?
Whatever the biggest gun on this ship is.
Yep.
No, it's a turbo laser.
Also,
It's a
what's
turbo
our
laser.
range?
How many of them do we have? Because Werlo should be in one too.
Yep.
A bunch? I can find out. I think I sent you guys the stats on this thing.
I can't be required to keep track of things like that, Ricky. You know that.
Did I put it in the notes? Hold up. I got this. The last thing.
Do you want to just like upgrade my roll twice and add 2 blues, and then we can just say bye?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
But yeah, you're making a gunnery check.
What range is this at?
Let's see here. Do I have access to this thing? It's in the Slack channel. I'm going to repost it in the Slack channel. I put it up in for Twitch.
I need to know because it'll affect barrage and some of my skills.
Oh Jesus! You can use barrage with planetary weapons.
I mean, if it's gunnery skill, yes.
All right, so
range heavy.
anyways, that is the last thing. I put the stats up on there for y'all. In case you do want to know what it does.
Just want to see what the damage these weapons are.
It's a 9 with breach 2.
Not even that great.
9 with breach 2.
Linked 1.
No, linked 1. Yeah. Anyways. But anyway, it doesn't matter. You when you fire this thing, you're gonna blow it up. I don't care enough to actually fight this thing.
I just want to confirm, Seth, you did jam his transmissions, right?
I will roll to jam his transmissions.
Is that that would be a computer's check?
That would be computadores. I am going to spend a destiny point to make it more likely.
Is anyone hacking with you?
I can, since I'm probably the computer guy.
What is your computers?
3 green, I think. Let me double check.
Same here.
Should I inspire you guys to do this better?
Never mind. It's
Please don't.
It can only go well.
What'd
It
you
can't go wrong.
What'd you say, Kevin?
Mine's a yellow and a green.
Oh yeah, so that's good.
Yeah, help me out here.
So
right.
now who's making the roll?
I'll
Hold
make
on.
the roll. Yeah.
So it's a combined. So it'll be 2 green.
I've
yellow,
got 3.
and
Sorry, I've got 3 greens as well. I guess I'm flying though. So I
No,
can't.
it's just an 8. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an 8.
All right. I'll add a blue.
I'm going to say it's hard difficulty. You spent a force point.
Yep.
So am I assisting? Is that what?
One of you is rolling, one of you is assisting. I don't care which.
Yeah. I'll roll here. Ready?
Do you mean to roll the assist first?
Nope.
Oh,
You don't have to roll
What,
anything.
what's your history
Oh,
with
okay.
What's your history with Seth?
1 second.
I know we're nothing
Plus
special.
1.
Okay, 1 blue dice. Roll it, Seth.
All right.
You guys are going to fail this. I know this.
Hey!
Yes!
Wow.
Tyler,
Blue
Both dice were
Tyler,
vicious.
do you see that symbol? That's a
I
success.
mean, all I know is I'm looking at these purples, and they don't have nearly the number of failures on them. That
You know
I
what
have
he's going to
there.
say, Ricky? It's because we were interacting with machines.
Tyler's
Argue
like
with a real person.
Tyler's secretly been a droid like Guri the whole time. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, so
Literally just
you
yellow
do okay. So you do absolutely jam that transmission. Can I get a
What?
gunnery
What?
check?
sure, I'm gonna aim twice, Ricky. Could I have 2 upgrades and 2 blues?
Can I inspire you first?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
What's the difficulty on that too?
Don't put that in yet. I need you to give me an average difficulty.
Yep, and cool. What does that do?
So both Werlo and Garen are inspired for the next 2 turns. They get an added blue.
Can I go ahead? Can I try for fire discipline too? Or are we getting too much stuff piled up here before we shoot?
I mean, as much stuff as you want to throw, you guys want to do. I don't actually care.
All right. So I'll do a fire discipline check. That's a 3 difficulty.
Okay. And is that got a blue to it as well, or not?
It does, but I've already got that added in.
Okay.
And
There you go.
No. Okay. Just the 3 blues and the 2 yellows, Ricky.
Okay. Okay.
The 2 upgrades.
Okay.
I'll be
and
doing
then-
the same.
Now you are firing on something that is it's only one.
The skip rate, it's
One
pretty
below
big.
Yeah, it's only one below you. So I think that's a skip rate is a 3 if I remember correctly. A 3 silhouette.
Might as well be treated as a 4, frankly.
I think it's next wing's a 3. A skip rate's a 4.
Yeah, it would be a 4. So and you guys are a 5, so it's the same thing.
All right, you ready, Ricky?
Yes.
duh.
Nice. Yeah, you blow them up.
Yeah.
I wanted to shoot too.
Well,
You do. It's fine.
and in reality, I should have thrown an extra blue in there because you were assisting. But you guys, it doesn't matter. The dice don't lie. You blow them up.
Did you get my blue in there as well?
I just pulled as many blues as he told me to do.
Oh, I counted Dante's. And
Okay.
Okay, let's punch it to Berea.
All right. So, and you do make it to Berea. So, you make it to Berea. I'll let you guys figure out your own. At Berea, let's get some things copied over.
That's half the session to get to the planet. It's not a good sign.
Yep. Took us an hour to figure out how we were going to do it. So
That's half the fun, though.
yep.
we didn't expect to get pulled over.
Yeah. I mean, it's a possibility, though. You got to be able to deal with it. Sometimes just murdering. Sometimes murder is the way to deal with it.
Yep.
Okay, let's get all your little pocket bones. You should all have control of your pogs. Let me shrink them up a little bit. Cool. Anyways, so you make your way to Berea, and your intention is to land with the Merry Troubadour, right?
Yeah.
Troubadour or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
The Berea system is currently in what I would call a heightened state of security. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't actually do this. There's some Imperial captains that are all pissed off at each other trying to cause some shit. So currently this area is got some heightened security, more ships that you would normally expect to see about a couple, 7 IPVs total for a planet. This probably has about 12, and
good.
And there are a few more of those skip ray blast boats flying around, just sort of protecting caravans of cruisers coming back and forth. You maybe see one every half hour to an hour leave the planet and come and go through hyperspace. So it's pretty active in the sort of mining that you see. So I mean, these ships are not like all in a wall, like looking to fire on you or anything, but there is a heightened sense of security in this area. And when you do fly in, they hail both ships and basically ask your intentions, and that's about it, actually. They ask you your intentions to where you want to land and what your orders are for the last thing. What do you guys do?
Tell them that we're delivering cargo for the local garrison, and we're already late and would prefer not to be delayed any longer.
Okay. I'm good with that. Is that for the Troubadour?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a deception check.
Somebody want to be impressive and assist me?
I mean, I can assist you with... Wait, deception? Yeah. Yes, I can do
Assist.
that. I was like, discipline. Nope, don't have that. Deception, totally have that.
All right.
What's your history with Seth, Dante?
I don't think I'm 3 with anybody. Give me a second. With you? Seth? Oh, no,
Seth.
I am 3. Yeah, hey, you get 2.
Nice.
Have 2.
All right. Ready?
Yep. Okay, yeah, you succeed. I just wanted to see if you failed. It's not hard. That you don't have a hard thing.
Wait, you didn't...
Yet.
Oh.
No, yeah, there's no dice. It was a 0 dice roll.
Okay.
I just wanted to see if there... I mean, it's possible he could fail that.
You're pretty close.
That being said, that's the roll for the Troubadour. For the last thing, what do you say to what your orders are in the sector? You know, they bayonet class cruiser, you know, TNAP. What are your orders for Berea? We don't have you scheduled.
We're on maneuvers.
No, we were sent to provide an additional assistance in the system, like with the current unrest.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and
I'll throw him an assist for that.
what's your history with him?
It's only a +1.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll your deception check.
See if I can keep being terrible. Hey.
All right, so yeah, absolutely. So they acknowledge your orders and say that and ask if you'd like to meet with Lieutenant Laurier.
Really?
And to discuss security, etc.
Perhaps at a later date.
Is that on planet side?
No, and they have a ship, although they can make you planet side if you want to. I mean, I don't
know. It'd be do we? Not at this time.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a charm check.
Okay. Do I know what the difficulty is?
Yes, 2.
So we'll go ahead and make that 1 with a strain.
Oh, God.
And we're also going to remove 2 black dice if they happen to be there.
They're not. They're not now, especially. Okay, there it is.
Hey, I'm going to get that strain back.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So absolutely, Captain. We wouldn't dream of addressing your timeline. I'm sure. I'm sure Director Karain would be happy to meet you at some point in the future, but we'll steer clear and let us know when you need us.
Absolutely.
Thank you
With 3 of my 4 advantages that I didn't spend to get my strain back, I'll expect a fruit basket.
Okay. Cool. So you guys land on Berea. You go to the starport. You notice that for the most part, everybody seems to have on, or everyone seems to either be Imperial or either be working for or a part of Imperial Mining Limited. This is not exactly an easy place to get to. What are your plans now that you are?
Well, first, what are we wearing when we go down? Like, what's the plan there?
That's a good question.
Well, I think we established that catch cannot be seen.
Yes, it catches in whoever the strongest person's backpack is.
I think that's going to be me.
We'll make sure to have an air hole. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. We have one of those hover carts.
Yeah, actually, I was going to say just get like a little keg that we can fit him in, air holes, and I'll push him on a lift.
Jesus.
I think thematically the backpack idea is the funnest.
The wear-a-low backpack.
Yeah, I can do this. I'm just throw him in the backpack.
If either that or we could whip up a pair of ears and a snout, and I can try and pass for shoving them in.
Okay. You can make a deception check if you want. I mean, that is absolutely a thing. I'll let you do.
Let's stick with the backpack idea. That still amuses me. It looks like we have anything better.
Wait, what happens if we shave him?
You don't want to know.
Yeah. I think I'm very opposed to this plan.
I really want to Google that, but
I don't think you do.
I don't think I really do.
Not on the Twitch chat.
You're not at work. Google what you want. Don't be scared.
All right, so cool. So you guys land on in the starport. What's your all's plan? I know that you had mentioned the potential of reaching out to people in the resistance, to buying, to trying to see if you can't drum up some resources.
Yeah. I feel like we just have to get a feel for everything. So you said it's basically only Mining Limited people and Empire support staff.
Yeah, but there are a lot of people that work for IML and are actual legitimate miners. And
they've got to go to bars and shit, right?
Yeah, exactly. But everybody generally is a company man, and it's clearly a fairly pro-imperial location. Even though there's definitely that little bit of authoritarian, if you don't do it, we'll say, we'll just straight up murder you, type situation.
Ricky,
yeah.
and if I have to spend a destiny point, I'd be fine with it too. Can we have our contact basically supply us a reason to get into the detention facility and possibly uniforms?
Yeah, okay. Give me, if you suspend that destiny point.
Do we have a contact here?
Well, we have our Imperial spy, so if he's here, boom.
So,
cool.
One, you know what? Fine. This is on the map. One of the suppliers of equipment to the miners in Imperial Mining Limited is sort of an offshoot organization called Hal's Goods and Services, and Hal Hull of Hal's Goods and Services has been said. Basically, the Imperials are sort of looking at him for potentially leaving IML due to sort of his distaste of the authoritarianism and the way they use some of these prisoners. So he's kind of got like a moral issue with it, and they're already like watching him. And your spy basically lets you know that he might be a guy who you could turn. Additionally, Hal's Goods and Services offers janitorial and maintenance services to the detention center.
All right.
Perfect. I don't see any way this could go wrong. Let's go meet Hal.
Except asking you to put on a janitor uniform.
Or we can just throw the Ewok inside
look good.
like a cleaning thing that you push around. Yeah.
He's a living mop. It's perfect. We just attach a broomstick to him, dump him in a bucket of water, and we're golden.
So one thing I'd like to suggest to the group is we should keep an eye out for a second vehicle similar to the Mary Troubadour that we can steal if need be, and or speeders for this operation. It's all choke points and bridges. Do we think we can steal those anywhere?
We are absolutely looking to steal things.
Right, those things specifically. Lots of things aren't nailed down. Some things are more useful.
I do have a thermal cutter for anything that is nailed down.
Yeah, I actually nailed down being an issue.
Come on, the resale value.
Okay, so are we thinking we go to Hal's Goods and Services and try and rally up with him?
I think that's the quickest way in and out, because we really don't want to spend all that much time here.
Yeah, the least amount of time we could.
Yeah,
But no, granted,
let's be fair. There is potential evidence that there was another ship destroyed just a system over. And an unexpected ship's now here. I mean, once again, I feel like the Imperials, after this is all over, are going to say, boy, we really should have seen this coming.
They clearly need to employ Thrawn.
Yeah, like they clearly need to get their shit together.
It's a big galaxy. There are a lot of ships, right?
Right. Finding a little bit of trash or destroyed spaceship, all the system, please. Now, so we wanted to go talk to Hal, and we're looking to convert Hal to the rebellion, I guess,
or at least just like
give us shit to get into the.
Well, sure, because I mean, I heard what you were saying, Ricky, but is this more like he's upset with how IML works as a company and what they're doing, or is he more like wanting to make more money on his own, kind of a thing?
It's a moral thing. It's absolutely a moral thing.
Okay, so I feel like I could manipulate that into like assisting the rebellion.
The worst.
Is this after we
put
like a droid in front?
Oh,
and then you
boy,
can talk to
love
it.
What is wrong with me manipulating the morals of others to join the rebellion?
Yeah, when they're droids, they come in droves. Those droids were all excited to leave those pirates and come with you guys. Anyway, so yeah, absolutely. So you guys are going to go to Hal's Goods and Services?
Let's go meet Hal.
Just a question for you. How in the open are
How do you get a backpack?
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to hide catch, otherwise we have a problem. Otherwise, I mean, we could just look like regular miners or like a.
Yeah, I will say that
it's hard for me to pass.
I will say that IML, while
you're gonna have to dress down, Tyler.
While IML does have a anti-alien bent, I mean, certainly none of their.
Oh, I forgot that we
none
have
of
other
the
species.
None of the rulers of IML are not rulers. None of the corporate leaders of IML are aliens, right? Like these are all former Imperial. That being said, aliens make pretty decent miners, and so some of the lower.
Is it possible to have gotten stormtrooper outfits?
You can manage that. I don't know if you actually have those or not. You guys have encountered stormtroopers, haven't you?
I was gonna say we could just be like,
you haven't stolen them yet. I mean, if it's not on
we,
your sheet,
we have not outright encountered.
We haven't. You're right.
Yet.
I will say, that's so good. It's so good. Pay no attention to this teddy bear on my back. So I will mention that.
Just some weird alien good luck thing.
So you guys as aliens can walk around, right? I mean, it's not unsurprising to see aliens here. It's just that I don't know if you're being specifically stealthy or not.
Well, I mean, we're about to go pick up janitor clothes, essentially. So
we're not trying to draw attention to ourselves, but we're not like hiding only in the shadow.
Well, do just the humans go do that, and we leave them on the ship then?
Oh no, it's not it's aliens or humans. I mean, you could argue Dante is an easier person to spot than the rest of you because he's famous.
Okay.
So I mean, in some regards, he's higher heat than.
I'll wear a wig. It's
yeah,
fine.
Exactly. He's just good at lying. All right, so you guys just walk your happy asses over there.
I'm not even good at that. I'm good at making people like me, and by people, I mean robots.
All right. Okay. So you guys make your way to Hal's, and Hal's Goods and Services is a massive general store containing gear, equipment, food, clothing, all kinds. It doesn't sell weapons. It's just as a heads up, most of Berea is pretty like weapon lockdown. When you guys arrive, it's open. Doors are unlocked. There are ballpark 50 customers, employees hanging out amongst the store. I mean, think of this as a massive general store. I don't know, like super duper Walmart, but without the guns.
So I want to pause and save us some trouble later on.
Mm-hmm.
Can we say that we brought all of our gear on in a pretty generic crate, turbo lift crate?
Yeah, sure. 100%.
Just so we're not all walking around with our stuff. Some of it not as stealthy as a lightsaber, of course.
Someone give me an easy perception check. Anybody, I don't care who it is. Easy perception check. There we go. Cool. Seth, you notice a short human kind of walking around, straightening up and restocking. He kind of keeps an eye on like kind of security ports and whatnot, and you recognize him as Hal, although he sees you, and you've seen that look before when someone's like trying to like keep an eye on you in the store.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. You okay? Come on.
What?
You're like,
I mean, all I want to do is take things and not pay for them. Like that's a crime or something.
My question for you is, how many things have you already stolen from the store?
Oh boy!
I know you've stolen at least like a data pad.
All right,
just for fun.
That's gonna make a willpower check here.
Well, you failed
so
that.
nope. So I probably stole at least 2 things, but with decent advantage there.
Yeah. So
there's probably a couple stim sticks or whatever in my pocket, some chewing gum.
Okay, cool. Absolutely. I'm gonna give you. I'll take a look at that in a minute.
Stem sticks and chewing gum. Jesus Christ.
Do any of us catch him?
You're not a fucking hobbit. You don't have a compulsion to steal things.
So,
Actually, he does.
So, how do you approach Hal? Let's actually move you guys over to Hal's Goods and Services for funsies. I don't actually have.
So once we get in there, like, is Hal on the floor someplace? Is he a person?
Yeah, he's kind of wandering around.
He's like a manager at the store, and he's in. While Seth was starting to track him down, he started to look at Seth with his security cameras and stuff because he thinks Seth is stealing something. Correctly thinks that Seth is stealing something.
I mean, I'm just gonna walk up and ask to speak to Hal.
Up to him?
Yeah. I mean, if I can just walk up to him, I'll just be like, "Hey,
Absolutely.
I would like a word."
He looks at you. Are you with? Is everybody else with you? Just curious. He looks at like the group of you.
Yeah, we'll roll up as an entourage.
He looks at Seth, and go ahead.
It's Kender. That's exactly right. You're a goddamn Kender.
Give me a. Go ahead and give me a charm check.
Yeah. Charm. What's the difficulty?
2 purples and a black.
So go ahead and remove the black, and then drop the purple for a strain.
God damn it!
And hey, I win.
Technically, I'm gonna split the hairs on that. You actually have 2 advantage on that. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. So he looks at you, kind of looks at Seth for a half second, looks at you again, and he's like, "Do I know you from somewhere?" Sure. Like.
Oh, he looks at me, or looks at you?
Yeah. He looks at Dante, then he looks at Seth for a half second, kind of like quizzically, like, "This guy's with you." But because you get rid of a black, he looks at you again and says, "Don't I know you from somewhere?" Like, sure. How can I help? Hal Hole, proprietors of this establishment.
I have one of those faces. So I ask him if he's got like a private room that we can speak in.
He does. He says, "What's the absolutely."
We have a couple business propositions that he might be interested in.
You guys go ahead. I'll watch the register.
I'm gonna grab Seth by the collar and drag him along.
Hey.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me. No, actually, you know what? I'm fine with this. Yeah, he'll take you. You succeeded on your roll. I'm not gonna make you roll 1,000 times to do the same thing. He takes you to his back office, like by like a secretary, and basically like shows you guys your seats, sits down, or takes you to a conference room, we'll say. And he'll say, like, how he sits you all down and asks if you want some water, and then says, "How can I help you, gentlemen?"
So I'm basically going to lay out the fact that we had been informed that we're from an outside organization that is looking for the better treatment of all races. And that we don't think that the Empire is doing a good job in this system with keeping everybody happy and free-ish, somewhere along that lines.
Sure.
And that he might be interested.
Dante's making the speech, not Tyler.
Yeah, right. No, that's super exactly. Yeah. I don't have to do this for a living. Dante does. You need me to sell you a TV? Totally switch gears. But yeah, so that he was brought to our attention that he might be interested in insisting with something like that, and kind of get a feel for his if he's warm to that idea or not.
Okay. Cool. Let's say charm check or negotiate check. Give you another charm check. Is anybody else aiding?
Can anybody else aid?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are all
no.
You guys are all
That's not the question I asked.
Catch begins saying things from the backpack, and
right.
Hal thinks that it's a voice from another world.
I mean, you can hop out if you want.
We'll see how this check goes, then we'll decide if I hop out or not. The backpack's rather comfy, so.
There's nobody else aiding?
Likes to be carrying.
I will absolutely aid him.
Okay, so we're.
So one or two.
So one, right?
Just one, yeah.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, and it's a difficulty 2.
Is this charm or kindness?
It's charm.
Or I'm sorry,
Charm.
Charm or leadership? It is charm. Okay.
Actually, no. I'll take leadership too. Actually.
Does it have to be?
Charm or leadership. I'm good with that.
Okay, no, we'll use charm.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and strain to reduce that.
Okay.
And then I have the 1 assist, and then like normal, if there's any blacks, I remove 2.
Yep. Damn. Okay. He looks.
I'm gonna get 2 strain back. By the way.
He looks at all of you, and sort of like his head. It's almost disappointed, but it's half relief, half disappointment, right? Because he's relieved that the rebellion's finally come to Berea, but he's a little disappointed because that means that he now has to probably do something. And he looks at all of you and he says, "You're with the rebellion."
I mean, I'm not saying we're with the rebellion,
yes,
but we might be with the rebellion.
I've been dreading this day. Not that I don't agree with you all.
Trust me, we don't necessarily even agree with us all.
But
Go on.
But I've been afraid, truly, to enter this fight. But you're here, and you clearly want something. How can I help you?
I just kind of lay out the fact that there's rebel operatives that are currently in the detention center, and we're looking for the best way in to try to break them out. And if he could assist with that, the Rebel Alliance would be very, very pleased. And then could also look to support if he had future endeavors.
All right, so I have a question for you guys. What is your collective duty at right now?
0. Like we're back down to nothing, right? Because we turned it all in.
That was 2 sessions ago, though.
Mine's at 18.
Did we do the math on like how we sorted that out?
13, and I should have given you guys. You did not do a rebel mission last time, so you had 13. I didn't know who had what.
I don't know as we've decided that, honestly.
Oh, I have 18.
Well, no, because we spent 100 of it.
For your rebel,
remember?
Yeah, for your
like so when we like kicked up our
got that for the mission.
Nope. That was a thing you guys decided on.
Yeah, so we spent it. So we only had 13 between the 6 of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. What's 13 divide? That's 2 for each of you, right?
Yeah, it's 2 for each, and 1 has 3.
Who's the last person to hit their duty?
Me.
Oh well, I guess mine is hitting today.
Yeah, we successfully demoralized the enemy in our session.
All right, so Seth, you're going to get 3. Although collectively you guys have 13 if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, that is more than the 10 that is necessary for this guy. You're going to have to give me. Normally it's a hard, but because of your duty to the rebellion, it's now an easy check to convince him to. Well, you guys have already made that check. Fine, fuck it. No reason to do it again. All right, so he tells you that he runs his services portion of Hal's Goods and Services is maintenance and janitorial for the detention center, and that he does have uniforms and work orders to go in and operate in the detention center, and he can drive you up there.
That sounds great. So we have access in, we have work orders to be there, and we have clothing. So the next thing we would need is if either he A has access or B would know either who to talk to or where the best position we could go to try to figure this out is we want to know where our actual team members are being held.
He thinks that that information's likely in the detention center.
Okay.
Let me actually.
We just find the warden and make him squeal.
I mean, we could bribe someone, or if there's if there's a terminal we can hack, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I like the boy, I need to actually get the several of the towers or centers would likely have that information. There are several centers. Let me see here. This is going to be giving it away if you're looking on Twitch, but whatever. He gives you a map of the Imperial Detention Center.
Oh, hey, that map's awesome. You know why that map's awesome?
Why is that?
Because it has a Lambda-class shuttle just sitting there waiting to be stolen.
Because that Lambda shuttle's there, I'll say it's there. But anyway, so basically there's Imperial Processing Center right here. There's an administrative center, I believe, right here. No, that's warehouse and God damn it. Where's my map? Where's my map? Yeah, so this is the maintenance area, or where most of the maintenance people work. The administrative area is right here. Sort of the main pen is right here. I think that's P. Shit, sorry guys. This map is a bitch to look at. It's like in 3 different locations. P is the prisoner processing building. This is the prisoner processing building. This is the main guard tower. Let's see here. What is... I know that this is the high security unit. And what are these other ones? Let's see here. D. I think those are just prison blocks. Yeah. So these 2 spots right here, this is the main prison block. This is sort of like a secondary prison block. And that's it. So those are sort of where everything is. In the processing center, there is control of there is control of like a deflector dish in there that you can sort of mess around with. Where is the rules for that? And then the maintenance center has a basement that most people don't really go into. Not necessarily a bad place to set up like a timed bomb or something. Most of the guards come from the guard tower, and you don't really see a lot of stormtroopers here. You see a lot of mostly IML-like guards, although there are some stormtroopers here. Anyways, you guys have any questions or anything about the map itself? I mean, you don't know where your people are specifically, but I mean, if they are rebel agents, as opposed to just standard criminals, I mean, I don't know if I need to make 2 and 2 together there for you, but
No, sure.
Yeah.
There's the high sec detention block versus the gen pop detention blocks makes sense. So with how we go over like what our duty while we're there is, like where we're supposed to be active, where our key cards can get us to, that kind of shit.
Yeah, basically, you guys won't have an actual. You guys will have a maintenance work order to like probably get to the maintenance area. Everywhere else is going to be bullshit. Like he can get you to maintenance, and that's about it.
Sure.
And then you can obviously see the orbital lasers right here.
Those are ground batteries. Come on now. They're not orbital lasers.
They are, okay, they're not, yeah, but they are definitely turbo lasers.
Sure.
You point them up, eventually they'll hit orbit.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, so that is the map itself, to give you an idea of the detention center. Anyways, now we are back in, obviously in Hal's goods and services. What else were you guys looking for? My apologies.
At this point, an Ewok pops out of a backpack and
a little teddy bear.
How will we get the Ewok in?
I assume it should still be in the backpack, but
actually, I was going to say get a big toolbox that we can hollow out to fit him in there.
Yeah.
It should shield him from sensors.
Yeah, that's true.
Do we still have? Do we still
dress you up
Something
as
like a big old toolbox, or like, I mean, if we're maintenance, we could probably just roll around with like rolling garbage cans.
Right, I'd say we need that. We need that for all our guns and shit too, though, right?
Yeah, that's
still
why.
have the same like grav crate.
Yeah, he'll just be in the same one. He's like holding what his weapons are. If someone ever checks it, he
just shoots them. It's fine.
We have an Ewok in a barrel of armament. I like it.
Yep.
This can only end well.
More importantly, I can be like, catch swordbait, and it'll just pop out of the barrel. It'll be perfect.
Nice.
Yes. I like it.
All right, cool. So you guys are basically going to construct you're going to hollow out a weapon. Yeah, bucket where you can carry your weapons and shit in. I'm going to say that makes most sense as a mechanics check, I think. We'll say I'll give you however many.
Were you doing that? Didn't you okay that like 10 minutes ago? For us carrying that turbo lift crate from the ship with our stuff?
Yeah, but I mean, if...
Same thing?
Okay,
would that be a better
my question is are you going to hollow that out, or are you just going to stick them in a box and pray nobody opens it?
I'm going to stick them in a box and assume that I can pass social interaction checks to make sure they don't open it.
That's fine. I mean, I accept that.
Clearly it should be me and Werla pushing the box. But,
yeah. And if anybody looks in there, I'm sure Ketch has Werlo's cannon.
Oh my god.
He doesn't need that. He has a stupid little hand blaster that he shot all the other guys with.
Yep.
Okay.
Can we all have janitor's hats too?
Oh, I definitely want a hat.
Those
just plain gray.
Oh.
So you just
I want to ask him. I want to ask Cal if there are air ducts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He does let you know that that he does want you to know that a lot of weird stuff's been going on in Berea recently. There have been 20 people like that kind of worked like some IML mines out east that have gone completely missing, and he doesn't know where they are, and they were good people. Just as a aside. Anyways, and so that's sort of why there's like heightened security out. Anyway, so do you guys have anything else that you guys want to do in Berea City?
I mean, when is the next time we can head in?
You guys can go whenever you want.
I mean, is there anything? Does anybody else have any other stuff they need to do in Berea City?
Let's do it.
So, what's the appropriate pop culture music to be playing as we all enter this prison in our.
Were you guys going to build that? Those droid?
Droid speakers. The appropriate pop music is always
droid bombs. Were you going to build those, or is that still not on the table? I'm just curious.
I
it was a suggestion I made. I don't remember you would have.
Okay.
I don't know if we're gonna do it.
Since we have access in, I don't think we need to create the diversion to get in. But also, Kesha's Die Young, I feel like, is the appropriate pop music to have playing.
Sweet.
Wait, no, I'm young.
We're all young. It's fine. What could go wrong?
All right. Let's see here. All right. All right, so you guys begin heading towards. You and Hal get up into one of his speeders that just so happens to be a whole heck of a lot like a moving truck, but
It's like a half truck.
But instead of wheels, you have repulsor lifts because Star Wars, and you head from Hal's Goods and Services to the detention center. It's probably 25, 30-minute trip. I know it looks close, but
there's probably traffic and Yetis you have to watch out for.
Yeah, exactly. So you go through the first of three the first security check, and there are some stormtroopers that kind of. So what's your? Is Hal says that he'll drive you? Are you guys just all in the back, or?
I'm fine with that.
Sure. Yeah.
So you go through the first security check, and the stormtrooper basically asks for your identification and whatnot, and Hal hands it off, and he stops for a few moments and looks at everything and just kind of waits, and then kind of does the move along. The Hal's a little nervous. He's definitely wasn't meant for prime time or anything yet. He kind of got pushed into this and it's a little wary for him. You kind of go through into.
Do I get this from the back seat or something? Can I hop up on the cab with him and just give him a little pep talk? You're doing good, man. You got this.
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me a leadership check.
Hold on. I think I affect these two. Because of course I do. Charm and negotiate. Charm. Yeah, so 2 black dice off of this if I have any.
Okay. Apparently this guy's a droid. And he gives you a bunch of zeros and ones and says, "Roger, Roger, Commander." And you go through a second security check. He seems a little bit stronger, but he's clearly nervous. They ask for his ID and his licenses. He hands those out. They kind of walk around the truck. They open the back, look at you all. Do you guys say anything to him?
It's kind of a short nod.
Okay.
Yeah.
Normal thing. Hey.
Cool.
As casual as possible.
You guys look like downtrodden, beat down janitorial staff.
You guys make it to the third checkpoint, and Hal leads back and he says, "This is the last stop before we go in. There's an imperial officer with a pair of snowtroopers up ahead. They're searching the speeder in front of us, inside and out. What do you want to do?"
Just roll up.
So
We have legitimate reasons for being here. We don't need to worry.
So the speeder in front of you leaves, and the officer orders your speeder forward. The way is blocked by a death fence, an electrified perimeter fence, controlled with a remote from the Imperial's officer's hand. Though it's obscured by rocks and buildings, and no other road leads to it, the warehouse and deliveries building is just around the next bend. The speeder finally stops, and the officer in charge begins to quiz Hal. Then he demands he step out of the truck. Hal's voice quakes, and his shaking hands drop his ID. He scrambles to pick it up while the officer berates him for his clumsiness. One of the snow troopers stays with the officer while the second one starts to inspect the vehicle. The snow trooper opens the back and looks at you all, and he looks at you and says, "I hadn't seen you before. Let me see your IDs. What are you here for?"
Well, show him the work order. I'm going to see if I can kind of distract him with some snappy patter. Wow, I haven't seen a snow trooper up close before. I was going to be a snow trooper once, but they kicked me out because I got a back allergy. So they wouldn't let me actually go through the training, but I've always really supported you guys. Is that a real... Wow, they let you carry live weapons up here? I didn't know it was that dangerous. That sort of thing.
Cool. That sounds awesome.
Roll an annoyance check.
I'm going to give that a deception check, I'll say.
Sure.
Go ahead. Is anybody aiding him?
I'm up front, so someone else please aid him.
I'll aid him.
What's your history with Seth?
1 second. It's +1.
Nice. Okay, cool. Seth, go ahead and give me a deception check.
Woo!
Nice. Holy shit. All right, so he looks
Does
at
he have a wallet on him? Stop. No, he doesn't have a wallet on him. Go away.
Holy shit.
This is going smoothly, damn it.
I'd like to use Seth's advantage to stop him from pickpocketing.
Okay.
I'll put it this way. I will let you make a skullduggery check.
I am not going to make a skullduggery check on this guy.
All right.
So while Hal is all quaking and not doing well with the intimidation officer, I'm gonna get out as well, because I assume I had to get out when he ordered us to get out.
Sure.
And start trying to talk up the officer and get on his good side and become friendly with him. Why do we gotta stop? Why are you having to stop everything? This seems like a giant waste of your time. You seem way too important to be here right now.
Basically, you guys collectively annoy the shit out of these guys to where they're they don't notice anything, but they're also Jesus Christ, leave me alone. They normally they do things they're to kind of show you who's boss and stuff, but you guys are always so respectful and then commenting on how impressive they are that it doesn't work, right? It just doesn't work on them, and they play that game 3 or 4 times with you, fine, we need to see your glove box, right, or whatever, that kind of shit, right? And you're just oh my god, of course, because of
oh no, not the glove box.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys not lie, but you guys pass your inspection and you drive into the facility.
Show me your identification. I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
All right. Let me get.
Thank you for keeping us safe.
Support our snow troops.
Yes, security and stuff for all.
More like shock and awesome.
All right, cool. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get you to detention center. As the speeder follows up the road, the clouds begin to part and a wash of sunlight illuminates the mountaintop, striking the eye with a famous blinding glare for which Berea is known. The geometric matte gray forms of the detention center sit on massive piers on the steep slope. Looming over the warehouse building, gun turrets swivet to track your speeder as it arrives at the delivery's port. This may not be an Imperial military base, but with its officers come Imperial firepower and defense. A large blast door opens just enough to let your speeder into the delivery dock, and it slams behind you with a loud metallic clang that echoes through the dock. There are 2 other speeder trucks inside, and their crews are unloading cargo while a pair of stormtroopers sort of stand guard. The stormtroopers are here. You'll notice once again that I have it to where normally if they've got a green bar above them, that means that they're in minion group. So that's actually 2 stormtroopers. So you guys are inside. A staff member approaches you all. So let's move you all inside. He has to see the driver's ID, and he weighs over the data pad. The ID is valid, of course, so and it works it comes from Hal, so it's fine. And Hal,
this is always the confusing part for me because I'm so used to having to lie through everything and be like, no, we actually can be here. We have the thing. Like, can I just? There's the ID.
Yeah. So Hal and damn it.
Oh my God, you're like Jane, and when they have to sneak into the hospital in that episode of Firefly, you so planned your lie.
That's not who I want to copy. I want to copy.
Wasn't that Mel actually?
No, that was Jane.
Anyways,
it's always Jane.
Because he and the doctor practiced the thing over and over and over again.
That's the bit. He turned cyanotic.
Can you guys see the map now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hal is talking to this staff member kind of nervously. Your IDs check out, so you're allowed to unload any cargo and take it inside the warehouse.
Do we have a mop? Because we're cleaning crew, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab the mop and hand it to Dante.
Yeah.
Like, here you go, bud. You know what to do with this.
I will absolutely look at him and just be like, sure?
So
I possibly putting the wooden end down first.
So you guys kind of go into this upper section here, and hold on, let's see if I can't find a cart. Da-da-da. Why is there not a cart? This is the worst thing of my life.
What on earth?
There you go. There's your cart.
Oh, geez.
It's the ghetto wagon.
Yep. All right. I'm going to give you all control of that. Yeah, I'm going to give Catch control of, I'm going to give you all control of that. And that's where you're hiding. Cart full of gear.
Cart full of beer? Perfect.
Yep. Anyway, so you have your cart full of gear that Catch is hiding under.
Wait, is that like an...
Catch is
Nice.
hiding under.
I'm back.
Anyway, so you guys move up into this sort of this room right here with the detention guard. A pair of guards decked out in Imperial Army-style gray helmets and breastplates sit behind transparent panels. One waves to you to pass the ID over a reader and place IDs and reason for visit, please.
Yep, here we are, general maintenance, and here's my crew.
Hell of a crew. Aliens, I see.
Yeah, well, what can you do?
I make a remark about that's they're best for cleaning toilets.
Oh,
Aaron makes a note of this.
So shitty. Awesome.
Be glad when they pass right to work in this sector.
Can we control our guys?
So what's your reason for a visit?
To clean stuff? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever's on the fucking work order. We actually get to be here.
Yeah, nice. All right, so
do they use to fix the air conditioning? I don't know what.
I love it. I love it. So absolutely. So you guys move into. So they let you pass, and they let you go into the maintenance area.
Yeah, we've got to update the firmware on the refreshers.
So we're in the maintenance area right here, right?
Yep. Let's move you guys all.
Sure, if we could.
Can you not move yourselves?
No.
Nope.
Okay,
I could move my guy.
It's because I keep fixing this on the map that we're at, as opposed to in the main page where I copy you from.
There we go.
Aha!
Kind of want to leave Dante not to be able to control himself.
That's
All right,
a
there you
stretch.
go. Yeah, that's a stretch. Never seen that before. All right, so you are in the maintenance area. The maintenance area. Let's see here. This is sort of like the main building for maintenance. It's about 2 stories tall. The upper. Each room's kind of got, stuff in it. If you want to check that out, you absolutely can. But this is the maintenance building. What are you guys looking for?
We need a terminal to find out where our dudes are.
Yep.
There's a detention officer right there. Just saying. I mean,
I will go talk to said detention officer.
This feels awfully familiar. So yeah,
I will go.
So the buildings in here. Let's see here. This is like the most shittily compiled adventure. I swear to God. Like the descriptions on the map are nowhere near the map, which is nowhere near like the events that you're supposed to run. Although I'm kind of ignoring those.
what's there under that cart?
Yeah, exactly. So, absolutely, when you go to where the detention officer is, that's sort of like a administrative room where an officer is sort of like overlooking people working on just various administrative nonsense. Typing in their TPS reports for the building. The officer kind of like looks at you all, kind of curious as like, how can I help you, gentlemen?
Is there a terminal in there?
Yeah, absolutely. There are terminals that the staff are actually working on.
Okay, well, so if like Triton could get to one of them, I'm gonna try to get and talk to the Imperial officer and just kind of like buddy up and distract him with just like talking. We're the next cleaning crew that's coming in, and we've got doesn't this like ice planet suck? And it's not nearly as cool as whatever the planet I was at the casino on was. Be like, hey, have you ever been to the casinos on here? Like, man, that place is crazy. Let me tell you, we were there about a month ago. Some shit went down.
Yeah, this office handles. I found it. This office handles maintenance personnel matters and administrative duties. The office's computers have access to the same systems as the control room, and the 2 staff members stationed in the maintenance control room oversee all maintenance and repair work at the detention center. The 3 detention center staff members and 1 officer handle the day-to-day operations and repairs. Their computer system has access to maintenance records and building schematics, but is isolated from the cell box security systems. Let's see here. Maintenance and staff uniforms. this up twice, are that's in this area right up here. That's where they can find their uniforms. Oh yeah, by the way, your uniforms are +1 soak currently.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's actually better armor than I had before.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this.
Tyler's like, you plebs.
Right?
And this location is where Tyler's excited for. Security and service droid maintenance is performed in a combination workshop, charging station, and programming center. 2 techs actively repairing droids. There are a half dozen rolling maintenance droids of various types in the charging stations. 3 similar droids are disabled and partially disassembled at the workbenches. 4 repulsor lift powered floating security droids the size of a large ball hover in the charging tubes. The shop's computers contain maintenance records for droids, their typical work orders and schedules, and their current statuses. The separate unit held in security enclosure contains a complete programming information, and the system is heavily encrypted.
I know what you're thinking.
And then there's a storage and repair room and a double-sided lift that lets you get to its basement.
I know what you're thinking, Dante.
Do you know what
Those droids aren't broken. They're just uninspired.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I have my army.
The basement, by the way, is where the backup generator is.
Interesting.
How are these officers armed?
The officers have blasters on them, just standard blasters.
Normal blasters?
Blasters, and they have shot sticks.
Do these staff look like they'd
No, the staff guys
do
are
anything except run away?
the staff guys do not look parade.
So I have one question. Cameras.
Yeah, all over the place.
Damn it.
You're in a fucking prison.
That's okay. It's a
kidding?
good thing. It's a good thing I brought. Since we did say we have our gear, I have probably one of the most useful things here: a comm jammer.
Ah, my favorite, my favorite.
Well, I mean,
Now, what does that do to cameras, though?
What does it do to cameras, Ricky?
Because if it just throws up static, that's a problem, too.
Yeah, it's going to throw up static.
Hey, maybe that's what we're here to fix. We can fix that while we're here.
Quick, let's just.
You would be able to enter in those work orders in the office.
All right.
Is there a closet anywhere around here?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. There's a storage and repair room, which is technically where Dante's little dude is down here.
are there cameras or windows there?
No, not inside those.
I'm gonna take the cart over there.
So, Ketch is gonna pop open his little box, I guess, and look for a vent to begin crawling through.
What?
What else
Jesus
does he
Christ.
have to do?
The Ewok is in the air vents. Repeat, Ewok is in the air vents.
So what did you try and do?
I'm looking for any air vent. I look around for air vents.
Not in this area.
Damn.
Yeah, sorry.
I go back into my box.
We had to let him out for a stretch.
Cool.
I shut the box.
You locked the box. Amazing.
All right. So.
So you wanted me to go on the computers to look at schematics, or what did you want me to look for or do?
Do we have any kind of how could we find out where our dudes are being held, like, for certain? We know they're probably in the high security area, but
Well, all right. So because you are locked out of like sort of the important information regarding who the prisoners are and like the security systems, you don't have access to that. But what you do have access to is the schematics of everything here, and so you would with that computer, and you would be able to basically enter in working orders to go to any location.
all right. Let's see. We need to take readings in all these towers to make sure that the air conditioning is working properly through the entire facility.
On the ice planet, yeah.
Gonna go with heating. Gonna go with the heating is working properly.
That's what I said.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it gets hot.
You're going to condition the air with warmth. Got it.
The humidifiers and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely something you can do.
So we're forging work orders to do that?
You would do that at...
Well,
you still got to deal with those officers, though, and the staff.
Let's go in and distract the officers while Triton hacksaws the system.
Sounds good.
Absolutely. Triton, you feel like you can hack some computers?
I feel like I'm ready.
He's got the Force. Of course he can hack a computer.
I mean, that's how the Force works, obviously.
Assisted, I actually have some proficiency with computers.
Yeah.
All right, we can tag team this.
Yeah, this...
have you ever seen NCIS? Is that the one where they have the terrible hacking scene where they're code?
I think it's all
hacking?
of them.
Yeah.
No, there's one that's exponentially worse than anything you've ever seen.
It's like Lawnmower Man levels
I've
of
seen
bad.
a lot, man.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure if I just put NCIS hacking scene, yeah.
So you walk into the office with everybody. What are you guys doing?
When you say "what do you guys," you mean everyone at the same time, or?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't care what you guys are up to.
Well, let's. I'm pretty sure.
The officer looks at whoever whoever looks like they're in charge. We'll say and says, "How can I help you?" We weren't expecting extra workers today.
Extra. Did we have another person show up trying to steal our shift? Well, that's not okay because you know what? We got union rules here. We got our orders. Our orders are right here.
Hold on. This is the Empire. We absolutely don't have unions.
Well, hey, technically the maintenance team works. The maintenance team might be union.
Yeah, we were for IML.
You really think the Empire allows unions?
Well, no, I'm just trying to. That's just it. I'm trying to just distract him with.
That's fine. Oh, I'm not saying like another team. I'm just saying don't use the term union.
Yeah. All right. So give me a deception check. I will give you a dice roll here in a moment.
I will be attempting to help him distract things.
What's your history with Seth?
3, I think.
Okay, there you go.
Hey, give me a yeah. Ready?
Since the Ewok is in hiding, I'll be the hype man.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh shit.
Hey, Jesus. Okay, seems solid.
Oh shit. Okay. Well then.
I'm going to sit here and argue for the plight of the workers and the downtrodden and completely just ham it up as much as possible so every eye in the room is on Seth.
2 minutes into this, I'm going to open the crate and just start shooting.
So Seth is definitely got all 4 of the people in this room like crying tears about like how he's working for his like mother who has
I'm going full Cesar Chavez here.
Yeah, who has Star Wars cancer and
Star Wars cancer. Jesus.
and they're all absolutely just like bought into this guy and a big fan to the point where they're not paying attention to anybody else.
He must be talking about bombs in X-Wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me
Bombs
sad.
are fine.
Ricky, how thick are the doors in this room?
You could shoot through them with your sniper rifle, but probably not like a standard
I'm more
blaster.
curious about whether the sound will travel.
Yeah, you think that a blaster sound would.
Wait, well, are we really shooting these guys?
A blaster sound would. Okay, yeah, a blaster would. It would have to be a loud yell though to go through a locked door though.
So as soon as I feel like they're distracted, I'm gonna tap Werelo and say, "All right, let's go."
So yeah, you guys make your way in. Like he got a triumph for you don't have to like stealth roll. You can literally just make your computer check and they won't notice.
You're just like, oh, we're gonna have to sneak, and then you like look over at all of them, and they're just like not paying attention in the slightest. You're like, oh, okay.
Just walk your happy asses out and start hacking. So what are you trying to do? You guys have access to the computer station. What are you guys trying to do?
Yeah, locate the prisoners of note.
Well,
yeah. The first thing I'd have to do is pull the schematics.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so you do have the schematics already, right?
Oh, okay.
So what this gives you access to is like the work orders in and out, and who's been like which workers are going where, and this would give you the ability to say we have a work order to fix the air conditioning in every single one of these locations.
Okay.
Gonna say.
So we need to create those work orders then, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's easy. Werlo, what's your history with Triton? Werlo, you might be muted.
Oh, sorry, you cut out on me.
What's your history? Yeah.
With Triton?
Yes.
+3.
Nice. Okay, so go ahead and make your. Hold up. I'm going to spend a destiny point just because I want to give you more light side points.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a computer's check. Wow. That was tighter than I expected.
Woo!
Wow. All right. So, okay. You do basically make you guys do make checks to perform air conditioning maintenance on every single one of these pillars. But here's the thing: it's actually air conditioning maintenance, meaning there is an imperial code that makes it to where imperial facilities need to have air conditioner maintenance on every single building once every 4 years, right? But that's past due to the fact that you're on a goddamn,
ice planet.
Yeah, you're living in northern Canada. So it's.
I thought we were in southern Canada. Are we just drifting north?
Well, no. The nicest areas of this planet is southern Canada in the summer.
And we're not in that nice place.
Yeah.
Look, that's the equator.
Mm-hmm. So you do have work orders to every single one of these locations, but they're a little odd. That's the disadvantage or the threat.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you're fixing what? Really? You see that work order? Shake your head. Fucking Imperials. Anyways.
Yeah, no. And my response is, yeah. What do you think we feel about this fucking work order?
All right, I'm gonna grab a beer. I'll be right back, and then we'll do the home stretch.
Oh my God.
Okay, did any of you watch that video I linked? Like they were making fun of how bad like hacking is in most TV shows.
Where did you link it?
It's in the it's in the game chat. It's like 2 rolls up there.
I was looking for it in Twitch.
Yes, they've hacked all the firewalls.
Oh no, but like wait until they're both typing on the same fucking keyboard.
Well, have you seen that last season's episode of Arrow where her and her dad are like hacking the nuclear system?
No, because I stopped watching Arrow for a while.
Actually,
TV hacking is ridiculous.
I'm also gonna grab a drink.
No, but like, do you know the scene I'm talking about? Like this NCIS one. Oh my god, it's so good.
I've seen that. It's
I'm watching right now.
pretty bad.
Because that's what happens is screens just pop up as fast as possible.
Well, and the fact that 2 people typing on the same keyboard does anything remotely useful.
I've never seen code like this. He's never seen code.
Oh, wait till you see how they fix it.
Yeah, I just unplugged it. Whatever. Wow.
I killed the power. It's fine, guys. I fixed it. Look at us. So on the flip side, there's a couple of cool sites. that actually go over like good TV shows and movies that actually have like legitimate hacking in them. So that's always fun. Like Mr. Robot is super good.
Yeah, because everything's a goddamn command line.
I love Mr. Robot.
Yeah, but it's they. I mean, have you seen Mr. Robot?
Yes.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
Like all the social engineering that they do in there. Oh man, that's so good.
That's most of it. I mean, really.
Right. Oh, super is. Gee. Yeah.
It's all social engineering and then sticking a USB stick in something.
Right.
That's it.
Corrupted USB.
That is literally like that's the entire like we're gonna do another situation where it's social engineering until we stick a USB stick into something.
Oh no! Wait! We switched it up this time. Now it's gonna be a CD.
Yep.
But there's also like the second Matrix movie. There's a really good a bit where Trinity like actually hacks blueprints, and she uses like a legitimate exploit from the time.
Holy cow! They were actually both typing on the same keyboard.
I wasn't joking. It's so bad.
What in God's name?
All right. So, you guys now have your air conditioning work order for the prison. Are you guys doing anything else in the maintenance?
So to clarify, this air conditioning work order will get us to more secure areas?
Yeah. You guys have a work order to go to the air conditioning unit of every single one of these buildings and check it. You succeeded.
Okay, so we can't see the people that are there?
Nope.
While we're in the state of
generally know
else like assets assigned to the building or other relevant schedules. Like obviously we got the air conditioning work order. Just so we don't have any unpleasant surprises. Like is there actually is there actually just a shuttle just chilling there? For instance, can we confirm that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said there was one because it was on the map.
Hold up. Here's how this is gonna go.
Like, are there other escape vehicles?
There is
escape vehicles.
There's absolutely a fully fueled and completely not paying attention to Lambda shuttle in that location because I rolled double light side, you bastards. Anyway, so give me a average computers check to kind of like go through those records and try and glean some information out on those locations.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
I am ready.
Is this a tag team effort still?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I've got the left half of the keyboard.
Yeah.
Or you know what? I'm much taller than you. I could get the outsides, and you could stand in front of me and get the insides.
I'll just hit the space bar.
I like it. You guys can kind of hug while you're doing it.
Right?
Holy shit.
I'll whisper reassuringly in your ear.
All right, so I'm not.
Is this hacking or the scene from Ghost?
So what you don't know is who is where, right? You don't get like camera signals on where these people are due to the fact that this is sort of like the maintenance center. So this is like where they sort of operate that, and you don't want people with lesser security to have higher security access, right? That's not
sure,
crazy.
that's fine.
But you do know how often people sort of go through these locations, and from maintenance, you know that, and most of these guards are going through the maintenance out the back, more or less, to go home, right? They're not going through the main area, so you generally know that. Ballpark, there are generally about 9 people in this location. Can you see that ping?
Oh, I must be zooming too far. I didn't see it.
I have to play with the zoom really bad, so you're gonna have to let me get to a happy zoom.
In this location.
Oh, yep. Right above us?
Yes, right above you. Generally, there are about 9 to 13 people in that area per day. I mean, look, you're doing kind of quick math on this sort of stuff when you're going through these.
Sure.
In working in the in the prison processing area, I gotta count these. 16, 17, 18. generally somewhere between, in this area, somewhere generally 25 transfers to and from there a day. In the main control area, there is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Somewhere around 15, 16 transfers to and from that area a day. In high security, it seems that there are somewhere ballpark around 9 to 12 transfers a day, and then about 18 to 16 in this area, and then the guard center usually about 20 or so.
And that's just how many officers get rotated in and out within
That's
a day?
how many total people.
Oh, okay.
So that's anywhere from staff members to guards to officers or stormtroopers.
Okay.
Anyways, so there you go. That's your knowledge. What else do you guys want to do?
Well, we have to figure out what we're going to do. Let's say we take people out of these cells.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just march them to the shuttle. Cameras are going to have us do this. Like, they're going to be watching and be like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we need to make a distraction.
That is absolutely a fact.
So we need to make a distraction, possibly blowing something up.
Mm-hmm.
Generally good.
Mm-hmm. As of note, the adventure does tell me that that there is
that room is good for exploding things.
There is a basement in the maintenance area that is good for exploding. I don't make this up. It's just
it's in the description.
It's in the description. So yeah, do you guys have explosives?
The skill or on us?
On you.
Well,
yes.
Cleaning supplies.
There it is. All right. So I'm going to give you what it typically gives in this adventure, only because the adventure was designed this way. You have access to what is effectively 6 blocks of C4.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So this.
Basement.
If you want to, the basement will take. There's an amount the basement takes, but if you want to.
Wait, hold on. Is anybody actually good with demolitions? Anybody have that skill?
Is that an actual skill?
Mechanical.
The intellect, which is good.
Wait, is demolitions not a skill? How is demolitions not a skill?
No, it's not a skill.
Mechanics.
Mechanic.
You said it with mechanics.
What?
I'm 2 greens and a yellow for mechanics, but I'm also hiding in a box.
Well,
who better to make the bomb?
Exactly.
Anyways,
this hairy arm just reaches out of the cart and
just
puts it on the wall.
I reach up and I'm like making explosions and just kind of tossing them out.
As an aside, these C4 blocks these ST4 for Star Wars.
Sure.
C4.
What for Star Wars 4?
Yeah, these ST4 blocks are more or less narrative. So if you guys can't hack through a door, you can literally just blow it up. And it will take more than it'll take, I'll say, 4 charges to actually to set a real explosion in the maintenance center.
Sure.
We're going to need all 4 here then.
Yeah, well, you have 6.
Yeah.
You'll
we have 6.
Yeah, so I would put 4 there. We'll have 2 that we're going to hold on to. We can presumably remote detonate these. These aren't like on a timer.
Yeah, we'll say that you can remote detonate them.
Cool.
FYI, keep that in mind with your comm jammer. Hold up. I have been fucked by this, and it was only right that I do some fucking back by it.
I mean, that's fair. I don't know.
I know what I did.
Is Nute the GM or was Nute another player?
Yeah, Nute was the GM.
Yeah.
And I'm the one with the fucking comm jammer. I have like 7 of those things. Okay,
and then you were trying to remote. You were trying to remote detonate stuff.
No, I was trying to send a message to somebody, and I had my comm jammer on. I'm like, I did this to myself.
Yeah, right. You have no one else to blame.
I played myself here. Anyways, so go ahead and someone give me a stealth check to.
I'm all over that.
To go and set. You played
Actually, for thematics, we should really have Catch make the stealth check.
Yeah.
If it's going to be setting the bombs, we should have him do it.
I actually have a skill in the stealth too.
Like, I can assist him because I'll drive the cart next to wherever he's going to place them or whatever. But
I mean, I think I have 4 in agility, so I don't know. Catch, what's your agility?
3, and I've got a 1 rank in stealth.
I'm the same.
Probably assist him, do a combined check with him, so he gets another green die.
All right. So do I add that green die in, or do you do that, Ricky?
No, it's a combine. So we're working together. So it's.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to think how to.
Yeah, it's like combining our stats.
Oh, okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah, and then a blue, because.
So what's the total dice roll on that?
It should be 3 green, a yellow, and a blue.
3 green, a yellow, and a blue. All right. I am going to use a dark side point because I need to start.
Your dick.
I have to start using these things.
No, you don't. It's fine.
I'm going to make this roll. This is 40, guys.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's how this works. You guys set up the blast and are sort of on your way up, and there are 2 guards that like walk by you. You finish your explosives. And you go to basically you hear the lift doors open, and you see a staff member sort of see the 4 of you, see the C4, and then immediately start like hitting like a the button on the lift, like oh my god, like start jamming on that. What do you guys do?
Is he outside trying to close the door? What's he trying to do?
He's trying to hit like up on the elevator, like like please, and like close. Like,
she's clicking the door close button.
Like no.
I'll just put my foot in front of the doors so that it triggers them to stay open.
Yeah.
Right? That's how elevators work.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
and watch her go.
Okay, so here's what I want to do. This is not going to be. I want to do a opposed vigilance check.
Fuck.
Okay, I'm ready for this.
Look, this is a staff guy. I mean, this is not exactly.
Are we rolling initiative essentially here, or?
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
I mean, if I had to bite his throat, I mean, I'd prefer the first person I murder not be a general mook.
Yes, not just be someone who works here. I just work here. All right, go ahead and make your vigilance check. I rolled 3 advantage.
Wow. Oh wait, my thing's
That's not how opposed checks work, but okay.
Triton, what?
How are they supposed to work?
I don't know how I got all those green dice.
Definitely didn't roll that.
I just did sync with GM and I have a lot of green dice.
No, yeah,
I should have 3 green. I actually only added 1 green dice.
Yeah, go ahead and try it again.
Oh no, I added 2.
So Ricky, if you do an opposed check,
okay,
you treat the skill points as if they're difficulty dice.
Oh, okay. So if that's the case, let's do that then. All right. So there we go. Make your check. Make your vigilance check. Try. There you
Boom.
go.
Yeah.
So
I'll make it 3 times for you.
exactly. Just keep doing it. So you walk up and like the door's about to shut, and you put your foot into the door, and the staff member's just looking at you, absolutely terrified. What do you do?
Walk into the elevator. Is there any cameras in the elevator?
I mean,
Lightsaber.
Yes, there are.
No,
Yes.
I am not getting a lightsaber.
Yes, there are.
I'm gonna make it look like I slip on the door and punch him in the face, like trying to slam his head into the wall.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Ewok flies at him with his newfound jet boots.
You went back in the crate.
Oh, we're back in the crate. Sorry, never mind.
All right.
Actually,
So a crate flies in.
So go ahead.
I
And,
accidentally.
I just imagine this.
hard.
It's Ketch running around with a crate on his head like a gonk droid.
Not that type of crate.
give me a Trenton. Give me a melee or a brawl check.
Okay. How do you make a brawl? Let's see. Combat skills brawl. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Holy shit! You rolled max.
I didn't mean to. Just happened. All right. All right. So you go to hit him, and it just like the angle you're taking, trying to make it, look good.
You actually fall down.
He causes him to dodge out of the way.
Sure.
Because you're not exactly punching him. You're just trying to make it look like a punch. So he doesn't take any damage or anything. But
Sure.
I am going to cause this. We are going to roll initiative now.
Okay.
So let's go ahead. Actually, hold up. What time is it? 10:57.
It is-
It's 10:57. We'll roll it. We'll start this with initiative next session.
Thank you.
Cool. Start this with
Dying for
initiative
the
next
last
session.
45 minutes.
Garen's like, my kill count is 0. Like, hold up. Where's the guy who's sitting in the in his desk with his super purple red face because he's just holding a shit or something, or his breath or whatever.
No,
the kid. It's a meme. It's a meme.
I'm just tired.
All right. So
Those hours.
let's go ahead and we'll do histories then.
Quick question: has anyone seen the new Kingsman movie?
Nope.
Not yet.
I haven't seen either one of them.
Wait, you haven't seen the first one? Oh my
the
god,
first
dude!
one-
I just
I haven't
assumed it
either.
was bad.
No,
Oh,
it's
no, it's
really,
so
really
good.
good.
It's phenomenal.
I went to see it because generic spy movie and left the movie theater like, holy shit, this is stupid good.
Awesome. I haven't seen it yet.
So
No.
I haven't seen the second one. I'm just trying to, histories go.
All right. So Seth, who do you know better?
Let's see. I honestly think I probably know Garen better because he did what he usually does and keeps me from getting in more trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. You learned that he's willing to do that. You can't really push him.
Exactly. Basically, every time Seth has a bad idea, Garen just grabs him by the scruff of the neck and is like, "No."
Awesome.
Garen is the dad friend.
So what does that push you with, Garen?
That puts me at Garen with +4.
Nice, Garen XP. And that resets you back to 0.
Back to 0. Yes.
So Garen, you are going to get 5 extra XP.
Yeah.
Garen, who do you know better? Or worse?
I was going to go with Seth as well because his gift of gab and proclivity for mischievous activity never ceases to amaze.
Amazing. So what does that put you at?
That also puts us at +4.
Hey, XP! Woo!
Wow.
All right.
We somehow know each other less now.
No. What it does is it resets your understanding with that person. So basically, you've learned enough about Seth that it's sort of reset how you interact with him.
Yeah, I think
This
of
is
him
the
as-
new normal.
Yeah, you have a new normal with him, right? He's actually not a horrible person, just a flawed
Well, I
one.
didn't say
Just
that.
a flawed one. Anyways, Ketch, who do you know better or worse?
I think I know Triton a little bit better. This is my first time really working kind of closely with him a little bit at the end, and I was impressed by his vigilance. Maybe not quite his fist throwing finesse, but I know him a little bit better just from his
Awesome. What does that put? What does that put your history?
It puts me at -1 with him.
Nice. Hey, as an FYI, you can know him worse, and he does something that you didn't expect, and you can make that a -3. Would that be?
Yeah. Actually, that would have been. Yeah.
You can do that and then make it a -4 and give him experience eventually.
Assisting him now is 2 black dice.
Now, yeah, assisting him in the meantime will be sort of a pain in the ass. However, you'll eventually get XP, and you can say that you didn't expect him to go out as quickly, or or something along those lines, or you didn't expect him to get in your way, or to do something nice for you because you've always viewed him as selfish or something. That sort of BS. Whatever you want to put your head canon.
Okay.
So, anyways, do you want to do that?
That does make more sense, I think. Yeah, that's.
So you're -3 with him.
Well, then -3.
Cool. Awesome. Werlo, who do you know better or worse?
I know Seth better.
Okay.
What's a good word for it? Slippery, maybe? The not quite getting into trouble, getting out of trouble. Obviously up to something, but not bad enough to do anything about it. Slinky kind of guy that he is. It's sort of I've kind of understood what his level and what his baseline is.
He's definitely willing to steal unless someone says nah.
Right, and he's got that little bit of honor. He can be talked out of getting into too much trouble. So that puts me from -1 to 0 at him.
Nice. Okay. Triton, who do you know better or worse?
I think Seth. I think he impressed me that he's able to talk lies and crap better than Dante can, and he can captivate a human audience.
So there's 2 of them. Now there's 2 of them. What does that put you at?
+2.
Cool. And Dante, who do you know better?
I also know Seth better, because he was able to captivate everyone at a very clutch time, which was rather inspiring to watch. So that'll actually put me at +4.
Nice XP.
The great bit is that Seth actually has an ability called Indistinguishable, so that he'll give a great speech and no one will remember him. Who was that strange man that came in here and told us about the inequities of labor?
I don't know, just an asshole.
All right, so I'm gonna give you guys 15 XP. On top of that, I think Seth, you got 10 more, and Garen, you got 5 more, right, for hexes?
Sounds right.
Nice.
Did anybody else get any hexes? I don't think so. I think we're close, though. Awesome. All right, well, then we will pick up in straight up murking some Imperials in this prison and go from there.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, Galactic calling it. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you 2 weeks from now. All right, bye.
Hey.